Blessings, peace, and blessings. We're back. D.A.P. D.A.P. Much love, y'all. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Do me the favor, share the page. If you can do me the favor, also, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear the sound of my voice so that we can get on with this topic right here. You know what I mean? Beautiful day today, man. The weather was nice. I should say the weather was nice. Please put a one in the chat. Let me know if you hear my voice. Very much appreciated. All right. Thank you. You see the topic. A lot going on in the world today. A lot going on, man. And we're just here as D.A.P. to actually discuss some of the things that's going on. Tell somebody else to chime in. And if you want to chime in live to go on the panel to talk about this particular topic, you can. I can show you the link and you can go ahead. I can send you the link as well. And you can go ahead and chime on in. Yeah. So, what's your take on the situation with the ISIS situation? What is your take on it? What is your take? What's your take on it? Blessings, blessings. Much love and respect. We back. I want you to do me the favor. If you're listening to my voice, please put it in the chat that you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat. So we're going to get to it. I'm just going to wait for a few people to chime in. But like I said, there's a lot going on. And before we do that, I want you to understand and know that the Supreme Sunshine Shea Butter is still rocking. And I appreciate those who have been supporting it, man. The Supreme Sunshine Shea Butter. Get you your butter, man. Get your dude some butter. Get your wife, your lady, some butter. It's a good product, man. I'm telling you now. So grab that. So this topic is going to be dealing with the ICE situation. There's a lot of controversy, a lot of mixed feelings going on with this ICE situation. And I would like to hear yours. I would like to hear your perspective on it. Yeah. I would like to hear your perspective on it. So do me the favor, get your popcorn, sit back, relax. Grab you a nice chair. If you're sitting in your car driving, you can always chime in to this particular show, all right? So feel free. This is an open discussion. This is an open discussion. So the topic, you see it. The shooting, or the pewing, I should say, of the young lady that was in the car, or the truck, I should say, when ISIS or ICE was there, and it was doing something, man. They had some type of situation going on, and she was there, and she got shot. So shout out to her family, her friends, and those who, her loved ones, because no one deserved to be unalived, I should say, at any time. especially if they weren't doing anything drastically or violently. I don't know, because there's two sides to this story. There are some people saying that they were wrong for doing that. They were wrong for unaliving her. And as I'm seeing a lot of other people are saying that, they had a right to use that type of force. So I want to hear from both sides. I really want to hear from both sides. All right? I really do. I really do. So, what we know for sure, she was 37 years old. 37 years old. And she was from, she was a citizen of the U.S. Yeah. Her mother's a writer. Okay. No, not her mother's a writer. She was a writer. As a mother, she was a mother, and she was a writer. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. She was shot and killed by ICE agent in Minneapolis, which was January the 7th. All right, during the immigration enforcement action. Now, I want to make it clear that a lot of people, and I've said it a few times because I'm hearing it of how it's pronounced. We got to be very clear on when we say these words like ISIS. ISIS is not what they're called. It's ICE. You know what I mean? So we got to be very careful. That's immigration enforcement. All right. And officials say that she posed an imminent threat. Eyewitnesses in early videos, they report that they had questions. A lot of them had questions. You know what I mean? They had a lot of questions. A lot of videos earlier were saying things like, they got questions, about the claims. The true context is still under investigation, but, we need full transparency. I think the people deserve full transparency. And before we accept any narratives, we have to really get the, full transparency. Because this is going to allow a lot of people to really be informed, you know what I mean? It's going to allow people to be open-minded if they have all the information up front. And I'm not going to be taking no sides right now in this situation. I just want to hear your perspective. All right? I just want to hear your perspective. If you want to chime into this live right now and be on the panel, you can. I'm going to send you the link. If you need me to send this link to you so you can tap on it and you can chime right on in, and I can have you actually on the screen. Just take this down right here, type it in your URL, and you can be on the screen with me now. All right. Type it down real quick, copy it right into your URL, and you will be on. All you got to do is tweak a few things, making sure your camera is on and all that. Making sure you're using your mic on your phone or your laptop or computer, and you can be on with me here. Some people, once again, some people say ICE had the right to do what they were doing or do what they did. I would like to hear from you and ask you a few questions. And some people say, once again, that they didn't have a right. It was excessive. Hey, what's up, Zai? What's good with you? Hope you're well, too. You and the family. Thank you for chiming in. I appreciate you, bro. Much love and respect. Levy, George, what's good with you? Thanks for chiming in, both of you guys, man. Appreciate you. Right, that's Immigrations Customs Enforcement. ICE. Yeah, because a lot of people getting saying things like ISIS outside, ISIS grabbed his people, ISIS did this, and that's a whole nother group. That's a whole nother group, and I think there was like a malicious group in one of them countries out there. You know what I mean? So we got to really be careful what we're saying because that is not their name. Let me look at this real quick. I'm sorry, guys. Somebody's trying to call me. Let me see. Somebody's trying to hit me. Hold on for 1 minute. Do me a favor, share the page, like the page, because we're going to get into this discussion. All right? Were they wrong? Peace, Pam. Thank you for chiming in. Much love and respect. I appreciate you. Much love and respect to you and your family. Word. So let's get to it. But like I said, I really want somebody to chime in. I really want somebody to call in with their narrative, with their perspective of why they feel it was wrong for ISIS to do what they did. There was no need to do it. Some people saying things like she didn't hit that guy in the car, in her truck. Some people saying that she did hit him. You know what I mean? So what's your take on it if you have seen the video? What's your take? Call in. Also, that link right there that you see on the screen is a link where you can just chime in and come on video. All right? You can come on video with me right now and I'll have you on the screen, okay? That's the link. The phone number I'm going to put up now as well. And you can call in and give your take on it. All right? So my first question for those who believe that they had no right to do what they were doing. They had no right to unalive that young lady who was 37 years old. For those who feel that way, this will be my first question for you. Okay? My first question for you. Do you believe that ICE agents should be allowed? No, that's not the first question. Let me get the other one. Hold on. All right. What specific part of ICE actions do you believe cross the line? What specific ICE actions you believe cross the line? And I know what most of you are going to say. You know, I just want to get this conversation started because I'm definitely looking for people to actually chime in. What specific actions you believe that ICE crossed the line? You can put it on the comment board as well. You can put it on the comment board and I will read your comment. What was it that you feel is crossing the line with ICE, period? Not even just with this particular situation, but other situations. What's crossing the line to you? Yeah. I'm trying to look at that. What is that emoji you put up? My man George. I don't know what that is. It looked like fries to me. I don't know. Was that a king or is that a birthday cake? I don't know what that is. So let me know. What is it that you feel they are crossing the line with ICE, period? Once again, to those who always saying ISIS, it's not ISIS. All right? It's ICE, ICE. Immigrations customs enforcement. Let me double check on that. One, two, one. How do you feel those who are against what they did and what they do? Some people say they jump out the cars, they don't have the proper uniforms on, or to let people know that they are ICE. They don't have. Sometimes they don't have the names covered. They don't have no names on them, no badges. Sometimes they're always wearing masks to cover their face, not showing their face at all, and they're just grabbing people up. And then on the other side, some people say they got a right to do what they do because they are a agency that's cracking down on immigrants that come here illegally. And they got a right to do what they're doing. These are two different situations or two different narratives. You know what I mean? So I want to hear those narratives from you guys today, because this is a really deep topic, a big discussion that's been going on for a while now. And ICE has not just popped up. I think they've been around since, I don't know, 2017, or somebody told me, I don't know, was it 2000? Oh, let me look this up real quick one more time. But I do need my charger. Where is my charger? I'm about to go down right now. It's about to blink right out on me. Let's see. Here we go. So you guys can let me know if you want to call in. You can, and get on this panel via video also, if you want to do that. Let me put my charge in. I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me for 1 minute. Okay. So George made his comment. What did George say? Let me just go ahead and put y'all comments up so you can be seen real quick. All right. Peace and blessings. I want to thank each and every last one of y'all for chiming in too. I appreciate it. It makes sense. It makes sense that you do. What you say, George? George says racial profiling. Wearing masks. Okay. See, this is some of the things I was talking about. People are saying this. I'm hearing both sides. Wearing masks. He said they're cowards to conceal their identity. Now they stepped up their game with murder in the public's eye. What won't these modern day KKK do? Yeah, and that's a narrative that a lot of people are saying, and I hear you. It makes sense. It's, a lot of things are not right that they're doing. I'm hearing from, people are saying the same thing. Somebody sit in the chair and I have a conversation with them, and the narrative that you just gave, George, I hear that as well. Yep. That's a fist pump. Okay, I see it now. It's kind of on my screen. It's real bright, so it's a little light, so it looks kind of blurry a little bit. Yeah, so I want to hear also from those who feel like they were right in their actions. Because I've talked to a person in the chair, and the person said that, look, they got a job to do, and they're going by certain rules and regulations that's set up for us, the government, because they are a federal, government agency, you know. So they're going by rules and regulations that were taught. And the person did say that because she was driving and trying to get away, there was a ICE agent in front of the car, and she swung into him trying to get away. He was in front of the car, and he kind of tried to dip away and kind of caught his hip or leg. And then that's when he instantly started boom, boom. You know what I mean? So, and also they mentioned in their rules, if a vehicle is being used to do harm, to, hurt someone, or either try to unalive someone with that vehicle, they have a right to respond with fire. What you say? Woman 2025. Woman 2025 says, even though they are here to crack down on immigrants, those people are human. Yes, indeed. I definitely agree with you on that. I definitely agree with you on that. Handle people right. For the incident with the woman was absolutely horrific and wrong. Okay. I see your point. I definitely see your point, and I understand how you feel. Real talk. If you would like to call in, you can go ahead and call in. The phone number is on the screen. Call in to give your point if you don't want to type. All right. So I definitely understand your point, woman 2025. It's a great point. They are human. But on the flip side, I want to say also the person I spoke to in the chair, and I'm hearing a lot of people online as well saying things like they're trained to actually unalive people. They are trained to do that. Some people are saying that it's instinct. In training, if this is done, the result or the action that you're supposed to come back with is this result. You know what I mean? It's this. They do this, you do that. Some people saying that it was under, split minute, split second thought, no time to think on both parts, on her part and his part. So I'm just trying to get a feel of what people are thinking, what people are saying, and I just wanted to come on here so that we can actually do that, so we can show people's perspectives on this, man, because it is a horrific situation. You know what I mean? It's definitely a horrific situation. And by the way, if you want to become a subscriber to the Facebook page or YouTube, you can do that. It will take 99 cents. And with that, if you're a subscriber, I'm going to be doing all types of content, videos, and things like that, information, resources, and all that. And those certain videos are going to be specifically for the subscribers only. And some videos probably will come out first. They will get it first, So go ahead and try to subscribe to the Facebook page, David Adams. All right. Please do me the favor, those that's here, like the page now. I appreciate that if you can do that. Once again, we're talking about the shooting of the lady that was in the truck when ICE was on the scene, and they actually murdered her for driving off. Now, I did see a piece of the video when they came to the truck trying to open the door and telling her, don't move, stop, whatever, whatever. So could it be that she was in fear? You got people with these masks on and stuff like that. People were saying that she was in fear, like, what's going on? So she pulled off, you know? Yeah. Malika, what's good with you? Thank you for chiming in, man. My day ones right here, man. These are my day ones that's popping up, man. Much love, George, Zah, peace, man, and Malika Muhammad, man. Appreciate you. Malika said they could have moved out the way of that moving vehicle. She was not a threat, especially not a deadly threat. Their intentions are to shoot, to kill, regardless of anything or anyone. Good point. Good point. Good point. Now I want to ask you this. I want to ask you this. Do you believe that the plain clothes and officers unmarked cars and things like that can help escalate situations? On top of that question, in your opinion, Malika, what should ICE have done? All right, what should they have done differently in that particular moment? Because you did mention, they didn't have to do it in that deadly, way. You know what I mean? They hadn't to go to that route, the deadly threat, or the deadly situation to shoot and kill, because there wasn't a deadly threat to the officers. But for some, they were saying it was maybe not a deadly threat, but there was a threat with the car. All right. What should or could they have done differently, Malika? Feel free to call in if you like. Feel free to call in. What could they have done differently? What could they have done differently? Anik, what's good with you? Thanks for chiming in. Peace and blessings. Much love. These are the day ones that's popping in, man. These are the day ones, the debaters, man. The people that think, the thinkers. I appreciate you guys. What could have been done differently in the situation with ICE? What could have been done differently? I do need my other charger. What could have been done differently? So Malika says, ICE are trained professionals. They are trained in how to defuse. They are trained in how to defuse situations, whether it's a gun, a car, a bomb, or aggressive person. Okay, but that's true. But are these agents, are they military agents or are they police officers type style training? Or are they actual military trained killers? You know what I mean? Or murderers? Because some people are saying they are naturally trained to actually shoot cinemas, shoot to actually take out completely. So back to that question that I asked you guys. Back to the question. Is there something they could have done different? What else could they have done? Another person said to me they could have shot them tires out. Even though she sped off, they could have shot the tires out. Or just did a small chase. You know what I mean? until her gas run out or something. You know, that could be. That's not going to be good because I have to plug it up on the bottom over there. Thank you. So what else could have been done? Call in if you like. I appreciate it. Call in so we can have this conversation. If you want, again, to come on the screen, it's only going to be a tap of or type in these particular words or letters and to your URL on your computer, and you tap that, boom, and you can be right on the screen with me right now. All right, so we can discuss the situation. Thank you, baby. Yep. You see the question, you see the topic. All right, you see the topic. I'm going to put the first two questions I asked up for those who believe it was not justified. For those who do not believe that this was justified. Because a lot of people feel like it wasn't justified. All right? A lot of people feel like it wasn't justified. And there are a lot of people on the other side feel like it was justified. I'm going to sit right in the middle right now because I want to hear your perspectives. Again, the phone number is there if you want to call in. And if you would like to leave a Cash App or a little donation, you can always hit that barcode right there, and it will be appreciated. Thank you. All right, you can snatch that real quick. What could they have done different? If you really wanted her that bad. And my question also is, why was she there? Who is she? Was she a part of a protesting or something? What could they have done differently? Your thoughts. Okay, so let's see what Anik says. Anik Salam. Let's see what she said. She said they don't have to walk up to the car so aggressively. They did not properly identify themselves. And if the officer felt as if she was going to run him over, he could have got out the way. But instead, he chose to shoot to kill. Great point. He could have got out the way. But instead, he chose to shoot and kill a 37-year-old mother who is a writer. So Malika says both are trained equally, but now all the training goes out the door and they crack under pressure. These are citizens, not an army of opponents. These are citizens, people, not the enemy. Good point. Good point. Woman 2025. She says, one, as if was stated from lawyers, a trained police officer will not approach a car from the what? Or from there, I guess she's trying to say from there. Okay, good point. But these are not trained police officers. I think these are military men. I don't know. You tell me. Are they military men or military trained? Wouldn't approach the car from the front, woman 25 is saying. She probably felt threatened once all the ice surrounded her car. Yeah, of course. Definitely. Definitely felt threatened. And Anik says she was a legal observer in the community, an activist who was there to notify the other members of the community that they were there. Okay. They have no right to go. They have no right to do what they are doing because they do not have warrants. Okay. Okay. Some people are saying that they can't, they have a right to do certain things if people are getting in the way of what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know about that. This is what some people are saying. She was a legal observer in the community, Anik says. Malika says yes. ICE officers or agents receive extensive military training. So they are definitely different than officers, regular officers, as far as their training is concerned. I think it's different. I think it's a little more intense. And if they were in the military, I know it's definitely intense. Yeah. If you want to call in, you want to come on the screen, once again, you can do that. Just go ahead and type these letters in your URL and come on the screen with me. Who want to come on the screen with me? Come on. Let's bring it on. I definitely want to hear from the people who say that they had a right. There are some people out there saying they had a right. Word. I'm still trying to figure out what could they have done differently. What could they have done differently? Tell me that. Anik said, like I said, most of them are retired soldiers from IDF. Got it. Most of them are retired soldiers from IDF. So people are saying that she ran because she was afraid, because she was around, they were surrounding her car, and that's why she was pulling off. Now, the officer said, stop, don't move. Did she have a right to keep going? That's another question that the other side has, okay? Remember, a lot of them have dual citizenship. They have the U.S. and they train the NYPD. Okay. They have dual citizenship. It's not real. Okay. Malik says, look, they knew damn well they had no business shooting that woman. They should have let her go, tracked her plates, and gave her a ticket, a charge. or whatever. They could have did that later on. Malika, very good point. Very good point. Malika also says they could have backed away, tracked her place, and charged her. That's what they could have done. Very good point. See, this is what I'm looking for. Little things like this right here means a lot, and these are some of the things that people not saying. You know what I mean? Of course, we get emotional and upset about situations, but yeah, these are some of the things that could happen to prevent situations that becomes deadly. You know what I mean? It could have been a car pursuit, right? Instead of a shoot to kill. I agree. Real talk. Oh, Anik said Israel is not real. Israel is not real. Yeah, man. I got a few more questions, man. I got a few questions. I'm still waiting for some other people to chime in. Somebody to chime in that's totally against what the young lady did. We just trying to keep it real, trying to keep it honest, because I'm hearing that as well. Once again, I'm in the middle. I'm going on both sides. I want to hear both perspectives. So thank you for telling me or letting me know about what they could have done. That was a great answer. Another person said, like I said, that was in the chair, they could have shot their tires out. So does the fact that this was a civil immigration operation, not a criminal, does it matter to you if it comes to the use of force, if it was immigration or criminal? Does that matter? And here's another question. This is a question that's never really asked as well. This is another question that's never really asked. Now, here we go. How much responsibility do civilians have to comply when they may not clearly know who is detaining them? Because you get a lot of people that ICE actually grab up. I seen one guy they grabbed up a while back. I'm kind of going off the subject, but still on the subject, but not about the situation that just happened with the young lady in the truck. But I seen how they were grabbing him. They grabbed him up and they actually have him out the car, but he's in the car out the window and they trying to grab him. They got him handcuffed. So maybe people also need to be informed, of course, of their rights and the rules and regulations that ICE has also far as a job to do. You know what I mean? Because I think there's a situation where they are being detained and they go through a process possibly to be deported if they don't have the right paperwork or something like that. So they are a little aggressive. So what is it that the people need to know? What are some of the responsibilities of the civilians that they coming after sometime, or the civilians period that is legal citizens? You know what I mean? But more importantly, those that they coming after, do they have to comply? Do they have to comply when they don't really know what's going on? Of why you detaining them? Should they comply? or no? So there is some accountability and responsibility of the civilian as well. What's your take on that? Malika says, if this is the way they are training these officers, then we are all in danger. Yeah, great point. That's a great point, my sister. I want to thank you all for chiming in. By the way, again, I appreciate you guys engaging and being a part of that. Real talk. Real talk. I appreciate that. Peace and blessings was good with you. I think I seen was that Malik in here? Milton, much love. Milton X Rogers, how are you, my brother? Peace and blessings. Thanks for chiming in. Milton says, they are not different they are no different than KKK during the slave patrol after the comprise of 1877. Be mindful of the Project 2025. Thank you for chiming in, my brother. I appreciate you. Much love and respect to you and the family, man. My man Milton. Yeah. Anybody else? What could they have done different? So Anik says regarding the civilians complying, of those who they are coming after, as far as them complying, even if they don't know what's going on. She said no, they should not comply. The civilians need to be aware of laws and what their rights are. I agree. That's a fact. That's a fact. So they need to know what they're. So they also need to know what they should not do. They also need to know, or we also need to know as civilians, what we should not do. And that's something that's not being talked about, not being discussed. And like I said, that was a very horrific thing. But being that we know who they are and how they act, it should be a wise thing to understand also what not to do. Real talk. Anik said, did you see the video of the NYPD who arrested an ICE officer because he was attempting to grab somebody up without a warrant? No, I didn't actually see that video, but I heard somebody mention that. I didn't see that. Yeah, a lot of them be doing a lot of weird stuff. I gotta agree. Yes, no one is safe, us citizens or not. Malika says, let's not forget that ICE has arrested U.S. citizens, legal citizens, and some have gone missing. Wow. Wow. I got a few more questions for you. I got a few more questions, and I definitely need your perspective. Facts. Let's see. What's good with you? Go ahead and chime in. Go ahead and chime in. Thank you for chiming in once again to each and every last one of us here. Another question. I'm gonna ask the last question I just asked again, real quick. How much responsibility do civilians have to comply when they not clearly they may not clearly know who or how or what's the process and all that as far as being detained? Also, here's another question. Do you believe fear and confusion played a role in that woman's actions? Why or why not? Do you believe fear played a role in her wanting to just get out of there the way she did? Your thoughts? Your thoughts on that? I think somebody did mention that she was afraid when the people started coming around the car, when they all started coming around that car. And Anika also said earlier too, they didn't have to walk up to the car like that, all aggressive. They didn't properly do it. They didn't properly identify themselves. And if the officer felt like she was going to run him over, he could have got out the way. Yeah. But that happened real quick too. I did see the video. I did see a piece of the video. I did see the piece of the video. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. I think this is it right here. Whoa. All right. Let me just show a piece. I don't want to show the whole, because there's a, let me see. Let me cut the sound down real quick. All right, so we're gonna view the videotape real quick. George said, "When you comply, you still be unalive. When you comply, you still be unalive." 1 in 25 said, "Absolutely, absolutely." Fear played a big part, especially when she may have seen how they are handling people. Good point. Good point. Okay, let's see. Bang. Here is the video of the actual situation. Let's get the video rolling. Let's see, share. I want to give a shout out to this particular person who put this video out. Let me see. I don't know if it's a company or the news, but I like to do that. I like to do that. The moment ICE agent, here you go. That's New York Post. Wow, New York Post. So let's run that back real quick. All right, okay, I do see one guy on the side, which is the driver side. I see another guy on the right side, the passenger side, near the back door. And I do see another person in front of the car, if you guys can see that right there, right in front of the truck. Right? Y'all see that? Now, I'm going to press play a little bit. Boom. Okay. She moving. And he jumped out the way and then let one off. I don't know if it's 1, 2, or 3. It could have been 3. I don't want to show, have the sound because I think I'll be flagged for some reason. And she kept going. And at that time, she already was affected by the shot. And I guess she ran into a car, another car. Hey, well, if I get flagged, I get flagged. Let's go. No! So somebody is videotaping saying no. And they're telling her to stop. They telling her to cut the car off or whatever the case may be. Don't move, stop. Now, some people are saying it's a lawful order. It's a lawful order. She in an area where whatever they got going on, she's there in that area. No, shit! And as we can see, so this is clear as day. This is clear that she's moving and he don't look like he's being hit. From this angle, I do see his leg. If we look in between the guy legs we're looking at right now, that's standing by the passenger side, we can see the other guy's foot that's supposedly was in the front. And he's backed off right there. I don't know if his leg was hit at that moment. We would have to see it from another angle. I think there are more angles out there. But he even let one off after she passed him as well. So again, there are people saying that the vehicle is being used as a weapon. And his instinct kicked in to do that, which was their rules and regulations. If this is done, you do this. And the way it looked, out of nowhere, Trump is backing this. Trump is saying, he echoing that they did what they had to do. Like, you know what I mean? So Malika said to my man George comment, which is, even when you comply, you still die. And Malika said, period. Yeah. Yep. Woman 25, absolutely. Fear played a big part. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I definitely think that played. Now, I haven't seen a picture of the young lady. Anybody seen a picture of how this woman looked, who she is, and all that? If I'm not mistaken, I think that's her wife screaming, and I believe she lived in the neighborhood. Wow, that's some new information. I never heard that. I think that's her wife screaming, and I believe she lived in the neighborhood. Wow, that's some new information, woman 25. That's some new information. I haven't heard that. Again, this scene is graphic. This is if you're not if your stomach can't take this, um, please turn it off now. If you can't stomach this, please turn it off. Let's see. And she runs into the car up ahead. Let's see what they're saying.
Shows the moment an ICE agent fatally opened fire on a woman in Minneapolis, who DHS says attempted to barrel her SUV into the path of an officer. As multiple angles of the incident have emerged and gone viral across the internet, users are
Okay, this is another angle that I didn't see. This is actually in the front. So let's watch this together, y'all. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for looking at this with me. You know, I appreciate it. Let's see. That wasn't clear. That was kind of blurry. Let's look at that one more time. That front angle right there. Okay. I don't see the truck yet. And there it is right there. So his body is right there on the end corner of the truck. Okay. It don't look like it touched him. It may have, you know, yeah, that's not a good picture. That's not, I can't see it. Y'all let me know. I can't see that really good. It looked like it moved him a little bit. I don't know if it's the video itself because it's kind of blurry, but it do look like it moved him a little bit. I think the upper area, his arm or something like that. Someone said that he was videotaping at first. Y'all let me know what y'all see. But that's not clear to me. And the person that's here, which I don't know if that's a man, a woman, or the woman that was screaming, saying no. I don't know if that's a man or a woman, but that's not clear either. The one that was saying no. Okay, and boom. Y'all tell me what y'all see in that blurry. Anik put up a video, a link, so I'm gonna check out Anik's link real quick. Anik said he was not standing directly in front of the car. If he was, she would have hit him. Her wheels were turned to the right to get away. And yeah, she was really, the wheels were turned hard to the right, hard right. He walked up to the car, immediately drew his weapon, Anik says. He couldn't wait to fire. He couldn't wait to fire his weapon. All right, so I'm gonna look at your video, Unique. Let me see if I can grab yours out. Can I? I don't think I can grab it. I don't think I can grab it from here. Had to, oh. Let me grab it off of Facebook on the phone. Once again, do me the favor, like the page. I appreciate you guys. If you can like and share the page, I really appreciate it. It means a lot if you can do that. Real talk. Thank you, man. And do me a favor and subscribe. Yeah, do me a favor and subscribe. Yeah, I'm trying to get that link that you put up. I can't grab it the way I want to, Anik, but I appreciate you trying. I'll probably try to look at it later. Peace and blessings. Do me the favor. Answer the question. Answer the question. How much responsibility do the civilians have to comply when they may not clearly know who is detaining them? And we already answered the confusion. Do you believe the fear, confusion played a role? You know what I mean? And Woman 25 said, definitely. Now, if someone is interfering but not attacking, interfering but not attacking, where should law enforcement draw the line on deadly force? If someone is interfering but not attacking, where should ICE draw the line on deadly force? I'm asking you guys. Thank you, Anik. Thank you, Anik. I appreciate it. I'm going to grab that real quick. So while y'all waiting here for me to grab this video that someone just sent me, I want to take a look at that real quick. Y'all can do me a favor and like the page and share the page. All right. If you rocking with D.A.P, please do me the favor, share and like the page if you rocking with D.A.P. D.A.P. The perspective. So, okay, I'm gonna grab this real quick. It's the one with AJ, right? All right, AJ, got it. So this video, you're showing me someone speaking, correct? All right, let's hear it. I'm gonna share it as well. We'll get back to this video in a minute. But it looked like he was in front of the car from the other angle. Not totally, but part of his body, half of his body was in front of the left side, driver's side, light. You know what I mean? Not directly in the middle of the car, but where the lights are, he was in front, part of his body, okay? Let's get to this video that Anik is sharing with me. Replace share. All right, here we go.
Won't come to your neighborhood. Think again. I have been to Israel where ICE agents and DEA agents and other three-letter agencies train with the Israelis, and they bring those tactics back here.
U.S. ICE officers kill legal observer Renee Nicole Good during an immigration crackdown. Okay. Now let's listen to some more. Yeah, military training.
Families are suffering every day on the oppression that we export. We bring it right back here.
Once again, thank you for the video, Anik. I appreciate you.
Look around. the ones suffering. Children in Gaza are suffering. Fathers, mothers, families are suffering. We bomb boats off the coast of Venezuela. We blow up Colombians in fishing boats and say, oops. If you don't think that won't come to your neighborhood, think again.
Get another shot. You're not here to keep us.
Won't come to your neighborhood, think again. I have been.
Yeah, that was a deep video. That was some deep footage right there. I have another question after watching that. It just came to mind. The question is, if we know that these people that is a federal agency of the government is out there doing what they do, who's pushing these people that's protesting out there? What's going on? Why would we go in front of outright killers, knowing that something like this could happen? Okay, we have a right to protest. We have a right to get together and, do certain things on the outside. But it seemed like every time something like this happens, as far as these people go, they doing something that's wrong. They doing something. Somebody get unalive. Somebody get hurt. You know what I mean? Yeah, I see. Yeah, I know the lady's name and her age and all that. I started out with that in the beginning. Okay. She just moved to the area with her partner. Someone just mentioned that she was the one that was screaming out, no. Wow, that had to be tough to really see. That had to be tough for the partner to see this. Yeah. Wow. So Malika made a very good point. Malika says that's why basically it's a good thing to always have identification. Yeah, it's a good thing to have identification. Proof of citizenship. Got to have that stuff on you, on site nowadays. Know your rights and refuse searches without a warrant. These are crucial times. Facts. Great point. Great point. Oh, they have her picture up? Oh, yeah, in the video. Thank you for that. I did see the picture. That was my actual first time seeing her picture. I don't know how soon they came out with that or how recent they came out with that, but I've never seen a picture of the young girl. Thanks for the inbox again, Miss Salam. All praise is due. Thank you. As again, woman 25 said the victim has been identified as Renee Nicole Good, 37, a resident of the Twin. Twin Cities, who only recently moved to the area with her partner, who was present at the scene of the shooting. If you want to call in, you can still call in if you like. If you feel like you need to call in, go ahead and call in. The number's right there. All right. Another question. We're talking about the topic about the young lady that got shot in the truck by ICE. Not ISIS. Not ISIS. A lot of us tend to say ISIS. It's not ISIS. It's ICE. All right? Don't make the mistake of quoting ISIS. That's not it. Music. All right. Another question. Thank you for hanging in with me, y'all. For those who are still here, I appreciate you. Latanya Morgan says, what did she do to deserve that? I didn't see her do anything wrong at all. This was senseless. Okay. And I agree with you, but I do want to give you the other side of how people are thinking. This is what I'm gathering from others who are thinking on the other side of that coin. Latanya, people are saying the same thing that you're saying, but also saying on the other side that's agreeing with ICE. They're actually saying that she was wrong for leaving or running away from the scene when they were given a lawful order. They're saying that she's using the vehicle as a weapon, something that's in their rules and regulations, that when this is done, you can now do this. Okay? That's the other side. They're saying that. I don't know. I'm trying to stay in the middle right now because I'm trying to see and wait till other things come out. They're saying that she was driving the vehicle into the agent, and the agent supposedly, allegedly, got swiped or got hit or tagged by that car. So instantly he drew, because in his training, in his brain, I was almost hit, struck, hurt, murked. So instantly in the training, and their rules and regulations, they have a right now to do that. This is what's been said. I've heard these videos. I've heard people speak on it. I even heard people in the chair mention these things. All right? As you said. And I agree. Because it don't look like nothing that she did to deserve that. But on the other side, they're saying this. All right? So yeah, it is confusing. It is like bugged out to many. Another question. Another question. you believe ICE should be restricted from operating in residential neighborhoods? That was a question that I put out there just now, but I'm thinking as I asked that question, well, how would they operate if they weren't in residential areas, if they're trying to go after people who are supposedly immigrants? That's where they go to actually try to grab up those who are supposedly illegal in America. If you happen to see the video and it showed that, if it showed that the young lady did hit the officer, because I didn't see that just now. I really didn't see that other video that was from the front angle. It really wasn't clear. But I'm asking you, if you saw the video where it actually showed that she striked him, would your narrative be different? Yes or no? To those who really feel that this was actually wrong to be unalive. We're going back to the video. That's the front angle. Really, really close, I might say, but I don't know if it was actually physically touched. What is this guy saying?
Press conference.
It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened, it was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him. And my understanding is that she was hit and is deceased.
Democratic Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, however, furiously denounced this narrative in a passionate press conference of his own.
Yeah, Latoya said it doesn't look that way to me. And it really doesn't look that way to me as well as I'm looking at it, because I never got the chance to see the entire video until tonight.
To ICE, get the out of Minneapolis.
DHS Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs Tricia McLaughlin said in a statement, "This is an evolving situation, and we will give the public more information as soon as it becomes available."
Okay.
This is Democracy Now!, Democracy Now!
Yep. Deep situation, man. Deep situation. Deep situation. Again, she was 37 years old, a mother and a writer. What you say, Smiley? Smiley says, the sad thing about this whole situation is that ICE, or whatever they are, did what he did and going to get fully immunity for unaliving an innocent person. And that's a fact. I see that's where that's going. Again, they have their rules and regulations again, and they go by their rules and regulations. Remember, this is a government agency, federal agency, and they have rules and regulations that they stand by. And like you said, there is nothing going to happen to this guy because they are looking at the part of their rules and regulations what that they go by. This looks like this person, just like that young lady said, was trying to attack him with the car. Real talk. So nothing is going to happen. Call in if you want to call in. Yep. Nothing is going to happen. Let's go back to another video. But I want to ask another question. I told you I got a few questions. I'm going to be here for a little while. I'm not going nowhere right now. Thank you for y'all stay in power. For those who are here, like the page before you leave, share it. I appreciate it. Especially you two over there on YouTube. Go over to YouTube and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, you're sitting here on Facebook, do me a favor, go over to YouTube and just press subscribe. There's no pay. There's no price for it, okay? Thank you. Let's see. Next question I'm going to ask this here. Unshare. If the video footage contradicts official statements, who should the public trust? And why? What accountability, if any, should exist if an investigation finds the use of force was unnecessary? That's a good question. What accountability, if any, should exist if an investigation finds the use of force was unnecessary? Now, I want to speak to those. I just asked a bunch of questions to those who feel that it was wrong for what ICE agent did. It was excessive force. It was unnecessary. I just asked questions, about 9 questions to you guys. And now I want to ask the questions to those who believe that ICE did the right thing. And if you're here, go ahead and answer. But like I said, I'm in the middle. I want to ask on both sides and see, how people are thinking. Do you believe an ICE agent should be allowed to use deadly force the same way a local police officer would? Why or why not? Another question to those who believe that ICE did wrong. Once again, I already asked the question to those who believe that ICE was wrong. These questions are for those who believe that ICE was not wrong. These are hard conversations. If ICE believed the vehicle was a threat, what other options do you think were realistically available in that moment? Because some would say There was none. There are people right now online, live videos going in, saying things like they had a right to do what he did. He had a right to do what he did because that car was about to hit her or hit him. I'm sorry. They are saying that. I just want you to understand what's out there and what the people are saying, what the people are thinking. Yeah. There are some people who are saying that his training instinct made him do it and he had a right to at that moment because there was nothing to he had a split second to think and the decision that he made. These are what people are saying. This is not coming from me. Okay. Yeah. This is not coming from me. This is coming from the general public. Let's see. Mm, mm, wow. This is deep. So here's some of the witnesses that actually seen it. I think this is a young person who saw what happened, totally against it.
He had woken me up and was getting dressed when I heard all of the horns and the whistles, and I'd heard horns pass through before as people follow ICE vehicles through the city, but they stayed. They kept going, and so I figured whatever was happening right outside. So I started watching through the window. And there was a red Honda Pilot, maroon, but there were two people in fatigues, ICE agents, presumably. One was by the passenger side of the vehicle, one was by the driver's side of the vehicle. And there was a handful of black and white SUVs, license plates on some of them, front license plates removed, parked sort of kittywampus in the street. And I watched as a third person in full camo come and pull several times on the door handle, at which point the red vehicle reversed a few feet and started driving around, and the person who was by the driver's side originally, not the man who pulled on the door, but who was originally there, shot through the driver's side window 3 times, and the car drove down the street a little bit more and then swerved into a car and then ultimately a telephone pole.
Okay. I think that's really all, because I'm not trying to get you to comment on that. You just saw this. Did you see an ambulance?
I want to actually now give you and show you how others believe. This is how some believe.
Good morning. The low IQ cocksuckers are at it again. Everywhere I look, you got these fucking inbreds changing their profile pictures to that stupid bitch that got shot yesterday. Are you fucking dumb? Are we really virtue signaling for a fucking domestic terrorist? Like, look here. She was a paid protester, a paid agitator. She was doing her job, and her job got her killed. If you want to blame somebody, blame the liberal media. Blame the Democrat Party. Blame liberal creators, because you motherfuckers told them to do it. Every single fucking day. They're racist, they're Nazis, they're fascists, they're rounding people up and kidnapping them. You're the low IQ cocksuckers that told them to take on ICE agents. You told them to stand against the military. You told them to stand against federal agents. You stupid fucking inbreds have provoked all of this. And now you have crisis actors standing on the fucking corner telling motherfuckers to burn cities down.
Yeah, I hear you, Latanya. Yeah, I'm trying to watch that again too a few times so I can really see, because it really wasn't clear to me if they came close to striking him. Yeah, I got to watch that over again. Let me get a copy here. Let's see. Thank you for chiming in. I appreciate it. Like the page and share the page, Latanya. I appreciate if you can do that. Thanks a lot. For all those that came in and looked at this Facebook page or looked at this video, I have only a few literal likes, like 3 or 4 likes. I need you guys to like the page when you come in. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Latanya said she was trying to pull off. That's what I see. She was trying to pull off. That's what I see when I first seen it. I couldn't believe how he walked up to the vehicle and shot through her window like that. Let's see, bang. Let's do, If you want to chime in, you come on, speak your mind, let me know. Yeah, it doesn't look that way to me once again. Peace and blessings to each and every last one of you. Thank you for chiming in. Once again, we here tonight. About to get back into a lot of different topics, a lot of different content. Do me the favor. Like and share the page. And subscribe on Facebook. Go ahead and do I got subscriptions going on, 99 cents on Facebook. If you go ahead and just subscribe, it will be very appreciated. And some of the benefits that you will get by subscribing, you will be getting certain exclusive interviews that no one else will be able to see unless they are a subscriber. Some videos you will be able to see first before anyone. Some information, some resources that you will be able to receive as well before or because you're a subscriber, no one else will be able to get that. So if you go on Facebook, you can just press the area for subscription on my page and become a subscriber. We're going to be building a community with D.A.P where we get this work, get this information, get this content, you know what I mean? Grow together and all that good stuff. All right? Oh, yeah. Happy New Year to each and every last one of you. 2026, we are going to be rocking. Yep. And it's not about being lit. It's not about being, popular or all this good stuff. No, it's not about that. All right. We're going to be building in a lot of ways. So get down with that. Real talk. And I appreciate all of you that chimed in, your engagement, your perspective, your analogy, how you see things. I really appreciate that in people, whether y'all realize it or not. Yeah, that's much appreciated. I learned from a lot of people, and I have no problem with saying that. Yep. Real talk. Thank you for sharing, Miss Morgan. I appreciate you. Much love, man. Thank you for sharing. It means a lot. If you want to come on, I got a few more minutes on here. If you want to come in, chime in, and let me know how you feel about the situation with the ICE situation. Once again, it's not ISIS, it's ICE. All right? Once again, it is not ISIS, it's ICE. Let's see. Give me a minute. Like the page, share the page. Much love and respect. Well, I'm going to get ready to get on out of here. I got a few minutes. Well, one thing for sure. National political context. This incident is happening during a major federal immigration operation. And it has become politically charged. at the highest levels. The president has defended the shooting, while critics say the federal account is misleading. Wow. Yeah, this is big. Much love and respect, Smiley. Signing off. Peace and blessings to you as well. Thank you for the chiming into the platform. I appreciate that. And if you can find it in your heart to go over to Facebook and come over to Facebook, and I know you're here right now, and subscribe. I have a subscription thing going on now, which is going to be 99 cents. The subscriber's going to get a little perks. All right. Thank you again. Press subscribe for me, Woman25, Woman 2025. I appreciate that over there on YouTube. Thanks for chiming in over there on YouTube. Much love. This platform is for you guys, man. It's definitely for you. It's for the people, man, to give your perspective. That's why it's called D.A.P. David Adams, but more likely the perspective. D.A.P. Much love, respect. Thank you for chiming in. I'll talk to you guys soon. Until next time, keep watching. Make sure you go over to YouTube and look up David Adams Podcast. Focus on You. I have a series called Focus on You. Go check that out. All right. I have up to, I think it's 7 series. Okay. It's 7 series. So go check that out. Much love and respect. Thank you again. Peace.
Really, are we really about to have another fucking George Floyd? Because I'm going to tell you now, Trump, we the people, we don't give a fuck if you use live rounds. We don't care. We are absolutely fucking exhausted with these liberal fucking terrorists. For a decade, they've been burning shit down because they didn't get their fucking way. So I'm going to tell you now, Mr. President, please address this situation because we the people have had enough. The only reason we the people haven't intervened is because we believe that you still have it under control. Let's keep it that way. I love all of you. Democrats, you are not above the law. I'm your Huckleberry. Good morning. The low IQ cocksuckers are at it again. Everywhere I look, you got these fucking inbreds changing their profile pictures to that stupid bitch that got shot yesterday. Are you fucking dumb? Are we really virtue signaling?